Right, we go straight to business now, and Emmanuel Abadji Affairs joined me in the studio. Hello, Emmanuel.
Hi, easy. Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah, thank God it's Friday, and you're looking good. I like your outfit.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right, so thank you very much for joining me on business. Now, some steel manufacturers in the country want government to place a ban on importation of fabricated metals. The aim is to reserve the local market exclusively for local producers in the country. Managing Director of B5 Plus, the largest steel and fabricated metals in the West African sub-region, Mukesh Tankwani, made a call in an interview with Joy Business after opening the company's newly established factory in the country under the One District, One Factory initiative. There's more in this report.
The prefabrication and steel manufacturing plant is expected to employ more than 2,000 factory workers and be the largest in West Africa. The steel industry in Ghana has so far been flooded with imported products from China, which manufacturers have been lamenting over. However, Managing Director of B5 Plus, Mukesh Tankwani, argues if government supports the company with policy incentives, including a ban on imports, the new factory can satisfy local demand and beyond.
So we just need a government support here. They say they believe in Made in Ghana. So now we have put such a big setup here. So let Ghana support by making sure that putting the importation ban on any type of fabrication material so that we can create the more and more jobs and give the quality products at the doorsteps. Even the government projects, if there is anything related to the government projects, they should make it compulsory that the goods only which are produced in Ghana, they are delivered.
He has also been pleading with the Public Utility and Regulatory Commission to consider the cost of power for industries.
We see that electricity and the water, okay, these are the two major challenges, you know. So electricity at present, where the Ghana is standing, our electricity cost is really huge compared to the other developing nations or industrialized nations. So we will request the government to really look into the tariffs, because we have to be competitive also into the market, you know. Like other countries, if the industrial tariff is there, they are really given at a very competitive rates. So we will request government to please look into those tariffs, and the water supplies also, you know, should be more regular, and the capacity what's required should be delivered.
Minister for Trade and Industry Alan Kyerematen, who led government's delegation to commission the factory, is optimistic that incentives provided will aid future expansion drive.
So when government talks about supporting the private sector and business promoters to invest in the 1D, 1F program, this is not political gimmick, because we feel that it is not the responsibility of government to be establishing state enterprises. But if we are not going to do so, then we need to be able to support the private sector to do that.
Ebenezer Sabutu's report for Joy Business.
The National Insurance Commission has revealed plans to introduce new measures as a way of improving insurance penetration in the country. Deputy Insurance Commissioner Kofi Andor made this known at the launch of the Drive Time with Insurers Awareness Radio Program, an initiative by the Ghana Insurers Association.
Drive Time with Insurers program is a public education campaign designed to discuss topics in the insurance industry and create awareness on the industry. The campaign is spearheaded by the Ghana Insurers Association and targeted at improving the insurance penetration rate from 2% to 6%. Present at the launch was the Deputy Commissioner of the National Insurance Commission, Kofi Andor. He lauded the association for the initiative and added that his outfit is putting in place more measures to improve insurance penetration.
We are working on marine insurance, meeting with the necessary stakeholders to grow the marine business. It looks like all the imports into this country are insured overseas. We are also working on our motor insurance. I'm sure you've heard something about the motor insurance database.
Chairman of the Drive Time Committee, Maoli Zogbenu, explained that the radio program will help dispel negative notions and perceptions about insurance.
The whole idea about the Drive Time with Insurers is to provide public education to the insuring public, for all of us to know our rights as far as the insuring public is concerned, and also to know what to insure and what not to insure, and then where to tend to in the event that you have a claim and you need to make that claim and then you are not getting a proper understanding and all of that.
The Drive Time with Insurers program will run for 13 weeks and will be aired on selected radio stations across the country. For Joy Business, Karen Dodu.
Now, entrepreneurs and SMEs have been urged against prioritizing access to credit over skills training in the course of their business journey, even though difficulty in accessing finance has been cited as a major challenge for business growth and expansion. CEO of Magdan Shipping Company Limited, Dr. Daniel Macaulay, insists the lack of skills is much needed. He was speaking to Joy Business at the unveiling ceremony for top 10 selected businesses that have qualified for the final pitch of the Magdan Entrepreneurship Challenge in Accra. Charles Aiti reports.
20 businesses have been discovered for the Magdan Entrepreneurship Challenge TV reality show. This was after weeks of intense pitching of business ideas as well as coaching from seasoned business mentors, including the CEO of Magdan Shipping Company, Daniel Macaulay. Speaking at the unveiling ceremony, Dr. Macaulay urged these businesses to focus more on skills training rather than capital finance.
If we are building 20 businesses every year, within 10 years we'll build 200 businesses in this country, and we're talking over millions of jobs created by these 200 businesses.
One of the main issues that most SMEs and even entrepreneurs do face is that of access to finance. And of course, you have been sitting in, listening to most of the pitches that most of these entrepreneurs have shared with you. How concerned are you about this issue of the lack of finance or the inability to access them?
Well, that is the biggest mistake most startup and businesses do. This first season, we have 7,000 applicants. Whilst they pitch their businesses and their business models, you realize that most of them don't need money. What they need is coaching.
Meanwhile, some of the participants say the Magdan Entrepreneurship Challenge has exposed them to innovative ways of packaging products and also negotiating business deals with potential clients and investors.
It's Magdan Incubation. I call it the life transformation incubation. Why do I say it's life transforming? When I came on Magdan, there were so many things I actually didn't know, especially how to even sell my brand or market it, and even the weight of it. But after being on the incubation, it has taught me so much, and that was how to even sell.
So we've been in the 1 week training, a very tight one, and we've learned a lot, in which we are going to add it to our business plan and even our pitching.
I've heard so much from organization of the business, marketing, product development, product enhancement, customer relation, a whole lot of financial stuff.
The Magdan Entrepreneurship Challenge seeks to identify the brightest young entrepreneurs or startup businesses, managers or students with an extraordinary business model to reward with the prize money to establish the next largest conglomerate in Africa and beyond. More than 7,000 entries from both individuals and groups were received last year when it opened nominations for the MEC prize.
And that's the first segment, business news for now. I'll bring you more business after 8 p.m.